I think my favorite thing about the farm is that the space is absolutely gorgeous and we have a huge diversity of things here, so it's a really interesting landscape because of the array of crops that we grow. And the other great thing would be the people that are working here. It's a super interesting place to work because there are so many students coming in and staff and researchers, so it's a big amalgamation of a whole bunch of different interests and a whole bunch of different focuses, which makes it a great place to work.
Immediately by coming here, I got so happy, and it was because I feel far more connected to the land. I'm learning so much about growing food, and I feel far more educated, even in the month and a half I've been here, about what I eat, how I eat, and where I can get food. And the people here are just amazing.
Vancouver being a pretty international city, it's pretty neat to see people from lots of different backgrounds, everything from First Nation folks, Musqueam, come here and garden, to lots of maybe ESL students coming out here, to graduate students doing research, to it's really just a broad array of people and coming around over issues of food and agriculture and just our excitement about these things and research questions about these things.
I fell in love with working close to the earth and being in a community of people with similar values of sustainability and also values of valuing the community connections we make in order to support and bring about healthier living.
Yeah, compared to many, probably your typical research institution, research site, we've got that mix of community outreach and really close to where people live. I think that's going to be a really neat aspect as the development, housing development next door fills in, just to see how, that one's going to be pretty neat to see, and if the whole question of a sustainability college out here, the way the community question grows there.
Spot, like I've never lived in a rural area or anything, but I want to farm and know how to farm, so this is kind of like the most accessible option to do that.
To be honest, I don't have a car, so there are not a lot of other farms that I can get to on my bike. I also just think there's a bigger focus on education here and being able to learn. I've worked on other farms before, and you can learn bits and pieces, and if you know to ask the right questions, you can certainly get a lot out of that as well. But I feel like because there's just a bit more of an educational focus here, that learning aspect is more available to you in this location.
The whole idea of coming together and you meet like-minded people, and there is a real connection to the land and a connection to where our food comes from, and spending time working the land and meeting like-minded people has been amazing. I feel energized when I come down here, and I feel like life makes a whole lot more sense, and it's probably in the simplicity of what the farm offers and what we do here that is really part of what I think it feeds my mouth and my soul. Like I kind of leave here feeling like a more whole person.
This place is kind of a center and a hub for so many different things, food and agriculture related. It's quite interesting. I mean, it's obviously a lot different than working at some sort of privately owned farm out somewhere, and so that can be draining at times. Of course, you can have too much of a good thing, but I think as long as you don't come to it with that expectation, it's fine. It's just sometimes people kind of may come here looking for getting away from it all, and we're within the city.
I'm interested in sustainable development, and I think that the farm is a very good initiative. I'm interested in knowing how it's possible to feed a community with organic vegetables and food. So that's basically why I'm here, just to learn and like help people.
Really, my vision for the farm is to have more natural structures. So for a building on this piece of property, I really like the use of the cob that's down in the children's garden there. And I know it's just like a bit of an entranceway and stuff. That kind of structure is so cool. Yeah, I like the idea that we gather here too as a community. We had a volunteer appreciation dinner, and that was magical.
That was amazing.
It was so amazing, and
It's delicious.
it's just like that sense of being in a community that shows appreciation, and there's a bit of ritual around that, which was fun. The ritual of a bit of a theme and growing food from this, or using the food from this land to cook the meal.
Yeah, that
It
was really cool.
nice. You see sort of it come around full circle. So from helping the seeds along, harvesting the food, and then seeing it cooked up into some amazing food was really cool.
But we are still this nice little classroom, sort of outdoor room in the city, and that's really nice thing about having the forested buffer all around. Is it's a very different place within the city.
I think in general, maybe just because of the variety of programs that go on here and the focus around kind of community and food and bringing people together around it, I think it's really nice to have that space as a means to, like make communal dinners or lunches, or have cooking and eating and appreciating food be a big part of it, and I think having bigger kitchen space.
Today we had a chef demo at the farm. These activities are really important because they allow people to see what we can do with all the lovely produce that we have here every week. We include recipes and whatnot in our newsletters and on the stands, but it's really a lot more enjoyable and really visceral to see right in front of them how to prepare some of our vegetables. And we also had a chef today come over from Tapestry in Westbrook Village, so that was an important part of building community partnerships with our new neighbors. So we really like to have that happening at the farm as well.
We miss those connections that are fostered here on the farm when out in whatever my world looks like right now, in the city where we're moving fast. We miss those connections. I think it's the connections here